Good morning, welcome to Dingle's Morning Rant. So this morning I have some toast, I have some breakfast biscuits and I have a cup of tea. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. Sorry I haven't been on. I haven't been very well. Like always, full of cold and it goes straight to my sinuses. I ordered an HelloFresh, guys, and you know what? The stuff in it's absolutely amazing. Easter's coming soon. I love Easter, guys. But my nephew, Swing. I don't have much family, guys. I've got one sister that bothers with me, and she's got a little boy. He's my everything. He's absolutely lovely. He's the one that had an autism assessment that I was telling you about. She paid private for it. $2,500, I think she paid. But I suppose he's 4 and he's still in nappies, bless him. Like, he doesn't understand. I know, like, 4-year-olds, I know, like, they're real young anyway, and they don't understand much, but he's 4. And he just doesn't understand. Like, she's bought him a potty, do you know, singing toilet. So, like, when you go on it and you flush the chain, it sings and that to you. Well, he doesn't understand. He just climbs on it or puts things in it. But I feel for anybody who's looking after anybody, you know, any disabled children, it must be really difficult, anybody disabled. But she knows the diagnosis won't change anything. What she wants is, like, at the minute it's at nursery, but when he goes to proper school, I think he'll need, like, not a mainstream school, but like a different school. You know, where, like, the disabled children goes. It's some toast. But it's real sad, guys, because like when it comes to like birthdays or I don't know, just anything, any celebrations, like kids get presents, I like to get presents, but with my nephew, I don't understand. Like, he won't open anything, he won't interact with anything. So I'm hoping this diagnosis, it's not going to change anything, but it's going to put things into place and perspective in it. It must be really difficult for anybody having autism. But they're so magical, aren't they? They're so special in their own way, aren't they? You know, we're all talented. But I think autism people, they're so talented, they're so clever, they've got so much ambition, and it's just some know how to use it and some don't know how to. And I'm hoping, like I said to my sister, I said right now, I said potty training, you know, she's tried, she's done it, he doesn't understand. You know, I told her to wait a little bit longer. Let's get the diagnosis. Let's find out what's wrong with him. Let's get things put into place. And what she'll find is that things will start going into place on their own. Do you know what I mean? But he's happy. He's healthy. He's looked after. He don't want for anything. He's got everything. She was going to get him a swing for Easter, so I said, oh, can I get him a swing? So I got him like a proper swing, metal frame swing. So for those who are wanting a swing, they're 60 quid in Argos, but they're £25 in the range. I miss man being young. I miss going to play groups. I miss colouring with him. The thing is, I know they've got to grow and I know they've got to get older, like my kids, like. Like Chesney, from 8 years old, he had depression. I mean, he's still got it now. And he's 16. Like, Chesney was in papers, magazines. I'll just get the magazine out and I'll have to show you. Yeah. Biscuit. Yeah, so I think it was Take a Break magazine, I think. You know where they have the stories? So my son, he had like anxiety, really bad, couldn't mix around his friends. When he was at school, he'd sit back at the back of the class. He'd never get involved. Like, he went to a Catholic school. Like, when they all went to church, when they was younger, I used to love going to church. I used to love singing. Going to church once a week with the school. And it got to the point where I just couldn't get him in the church. He wouldn't go in the church. He'd cry, he'd scream. So I'd have to go into school, I'd have to go pick him up. He wouldn't interact, he wouldn't ever put his hand up. He wouldn't get involved in questions in school. He was just always at the back of the class. This went on for about a month. I thought there's something wrong. But I wasn't sure if children can get depressed. Well, turned out he was really depressed. You know, he was only 8. He talked about dying and not wanting to live and not wanting to be here and not wanting to just be around anymore. And I just broke down crying, guys, and I just thought my 8-year-old boy saying this. And so I got in touch with welfare. I rang up social services. Rang up CAMHS. I got in touch with CAMHS for me straight away. Told the school was real supportive. Everybody was here. Everybody put things into place for him. And he's kind of lived with it since. I'm not sure, bipolar, I found out, so I'm bipolar. My kid's dad said that is bipolar as well. And I found out that it can be hereditary. So Chesney at the minute is just under a psychiatrist. So I've got to remember he's got an appointment coming up, so I'll have to remember. I'll have to have a look on my fridge. But he said to me, on holiday, my son, he's 16. He said, Mum, he said, I keep having mood swings. He said, I can't keep up with him. He said, 1 minute I feel happy. He said, and then I feel really sad and it keeps going like that. He said, what does that mean? And I was, so impressed that he told me. I was so proud of him. I told him, I said, I'm so proud of you for telling me, son. I said, because I can speak to your psychiatrist for you and I can explain these feelings and that you don't know why you keep feeling like this and that these keep happening. I said, what happens when you feel sad? He said, I feel angry. I said, I feel like shouting at everybody. I just want everybody to stay away from me. I was so proud for a 16-year-old. 16-year-olds, they keep everything in, don't they? And they don't seem to express themselves, do they? So, anyway, that was my Dingles Moaning rant this morning about autism and children's depression. So, if you've been through this or your children are going through this, put a comment in the box because it's heartbreaking. And put a love heart in the box, guys. You don't have to put out, just put a love heart. To support my son Chesney. So put a love heart for him. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining Dingles Moaning Rant. Bye, guys.